Hi, my name is Todd Block. I'm a seventh grade science teacher from Warren, Michigan, and I am making this video to provide a teacher's testimony to the state Senate and House of Representatives Education Committees because I was reading that you met yesterday and didn't include any teacher's voice. I hope that some of you on the committee watch this video, but I also hope you seek out teachers in your districts and listen to their opinions. But not only teachers. When we think about opening schools, we're thinking about teachers, custodians, bus drivers, cooks, principals. All those groups are the adults that will be working with our children as we open up schools, and they're the people that we need to encourage to want to be open. I'm going to try to keep my remarks brief because I know you limit testimony, and I hope you listen to 30 teachers, 30 of each one of the groups, custodians, 30 bus drivers, so that you give a representative sample because it doesn't sound like you listen to that. So let me start about an honest statement here. I don't know a teacher who doesn't want to go back to face-to-face teaching. I'm a parent of three. I'm a seventh grade science teacher of 20 years of experience. I miss doing hands-on science. I miss working with my kids. I miss seeing them face to face. I know the best way to reach them is to be in the classroom with them. And I hope that we can get the pandemic under control by using face masks and following the science teacher, so that we can get back to face sooner than or even at the start of the school year. I have a son who plays sports. I really want him to enjoy his junior year playing finally on varsity level sports. But the three concerns we have, or I personally have, and having talked to a lot of people, is one, funding. All the new procedures that we're going to have to undergo is going to take funding. We have to clean buses we haven't cleaned on a run basis before. We have to clean classrooms. We have to clean, everything on a regular basis. As a classroom teacher of 20 years, most of that time, and I work in a district that is great and they get us everything that we ask for if they can afford it. But during almost all of this time, I've had to provide my own Clorox wipes. I can't even find them at the store for my house right now. So I don't know how schools are going to get those, and I don't know how they're going to pay for them. Thankfully, the last couple of years, our PTC would drop hand sanitizer and Lysol wipes off every couple of weeks or whenever we needed it. I'm just concerned that our community is going to suffer unemployment, not going to be able to pay for that from the PTC. Fundraising is going to be drastically impacted, and we're going to have to figure out how to pay for those things. And actually, I'm more concerned of finding all the PPE that we need, whether it be masks, cleaning materials, everything. So funding for staff, we're going to probably need more if we want to have smaller class sizes. I'm really concerned also about the infrastructures we have in our schools. Our school district has done a lot of bond renovations, but there are lots of schools that have old, antiquated HVAC systems that will potentially blow that virus around more. So one, funding. Two, infrastructure to support our learning. We don't have the spaces. How are we going to do band in these small band and choir in these small band rooms and choir rooms where you have 40, 50 kids, blowing or projecting things and seeing a lot of aerosols and saliva droplets in the air. I don't think you can sing with masks on, but I'm not the expert there. Next, and final third point that I think that all is weighing really heavily on all teachers' minds is how are we going to manage the outbreaks, right? If somebody gets sick in my school, what are we going to do about it? What if I get sick and test positive or I get exposed? How are we going to manage that with our sick bank and our sick time? It concerns people because a lot of teachers feel that they're going to end up getting docked if the common time off is 14 days. That's 10 school days, most likely. That's about the maximum any district has. How are we going to deal with that? And, these are the major concerns, but the biggest thing I want you to do is you need to reach out to the people that are going to work. I hope that the education committees put in their policies that you listen to teachers or those affected by your policy directly. I am sad to hear that you started off these hearings listening to Excellence in Education organization out of Florida. They're not in the Michigan classrooms. You listen to organizations that aren't in our classrooms. Okay, you talk to 3 superintendents that are all on the UP. Is that different? Should we get diversity in this? You need to listen to teachers from Detroit metro area, Grand Rapids, Traverse City, the UP, and get that diversity and maybe think about plans for the different regions and how it looks. Because if you don't listen, you're going to have a harder time recruiting and retaining teachers. It's already a problem. We don't have subs. That goes back to how do we handle outbreaks, because who's going to cover those classes? And are we, by trying to go back face to face with changing numbers, are we going to create more turmoil this year by jumping around in how we do this if we don't create a plan for consistency for our students? Every teacher's worried about their kids, but they're also worried about themselves and how their job's going to work. If we're giving students options, are teachers being offered the same options? If a district says all students are going to be able to either learn 100% online or a hybrid model or face-to-face, are teachers given a choice to choose which mode they want to feel comfortable or desire to teach in? And how do we balance all that out? These are things that you need to take in consideration. Thank you for listening to my testimony. I appreciate all the hard work and hard decisions you have to make. So I hope you continue when you are in inside spaces that isn't your home. I'm in my son's room. That you wear masks and that we move forward. But please, please, please seek others, because with this post, I'm encouraging other teachers to make videos and share with your committee. Because if you fail to listen to the people that are impacted, then we won't have a workforce. You won't have anybody to lead the going back to school effort. It requires principals that are there to lead. It requires teachers that show up in the classroom. It requires custodians that are going to keep our buildings hygienically clean. It requires bus drivers to make sure the students get there. And I have confidence that we can figure this out. And watching leadership in different cities, I'm seeing things that show we can do it. But we need coordination and we need leadership. And leadership listens to the people impacted. They don't listen to special interest groups that aren't from the state. They don't let partisan politics get in the way of our students. We need to listen to the teachers. I'm a teacher. Please feel free to contact me, email me. All my information will be included in this post for you. I'll gladly show up in Lansing if you set it up on a time that I can come, or I'll gladly Zoom in. And I'm sure you can find 300 other teachers to listen to if you so desire. There are over 100,000 teachers in the state. 300 would be a small percentage to listen to on this matter. Thanks again for your time. I hope you take all these things into consideration.